Infiniverse Air. What's going on, everybody? This is Captain Obvious, and welcome back to my Infiniverse world. Alright guys, I know it's been a while. I was playing 2 full games at one time. Far Cry New Dawn and Metro Exodus. And I honestly didn't have time to do anything on recording. Plus, I didn't want to release so many videos a day. I feel like 2 is good enough. Occasionally I might release 3, but I've been working on this off and on at nights when my family's sleeping, so I couldn't really record it during the day. All my time spent during the day was, like I said, for those games. But I'm in creative. I switched over to a creative world just to make it easier to show you guys. So I've done a lot. I've done a lot. So let's just get into what I've done. So if you remember correctly, I forget which one it was, but I built one of these up with you guys. The silo, and then I decided that I would go back and I would add more. Okay, I would add more of the oh goodness, cactus to it, and I loved it. I went all the way up to the top, so that's all the way up to build limit, right? And it was great. It was awesome, and I loved it. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do it for all of them because it was just a test. So then I ended up, spent a lot of hours watching shows and gathering supplies. So I mean, this wasn't too bad. This was just, a lot of trees, but going in there and doing it itself is very time consuming. So there's 4 straight silos. Okay, 4 straight cactus silos. Let's see, do we have 33, 52, 31, 60. Yeah, I'm sure they're all going to be, a decent amount. And then I still have to build the other 2 tree farms. I have not done that here, but I still have to build that. But I love the way that looked, right? So then we went up to the top. And I wanted to give it this kind of, because they're not perfectly even, so I wanted to give it this kind of symmetrical feel, but still have it be a unique shape. So I went with this design, which I really, really love. Okay, so up here's build limit, and I made this little kind of walkway. And then what I had to do, I wanted to build a villager farm. Okay, so if you guys have seen my tutorials, I have a bunch of villager breeders. Now, keep in mind, I did all of this before the game upgraded to 1.11. So it was the 1.10 beta version. So I built all of this in that. I don't know if these iron farms are still producing. I have 2 iron farms. But I came up with this really kind of cool design, modify the normal style one a little bit. And I added the beds because I heard that the beds are going to be, we're going to have something to do with villagers and villages and stuff. So I added the beds, and I was kind of hoping that even if the update happened, it wouldn't break it. So I have no idea if the golems are still spawning in here. But basically what I did was I converted zombie villagers into villagers. Okay, I had 2 of them. Brought them up here with a water source, and right up here in the middle, like over here, was a breeder. And I just got a ton of villagers. And then I just separated them by water streams. I figured out the spacing, and I separated them into their little compartments here. Okay, built the farm around it, released the villagers, dropped them again into another water supply, bred them again, and repeated the process. So that is how I got all of my villagers. It was very, very time consuming. It took a while. Okay, but I like it. I'm really, really happy with it. So obviously the iron golems fall down there. Now, the one thing that this did was break my ice farm. So my ice farm that I built, I think it was the first or second episode. I think it was the second episode. Second or third. Is now does not work. But it still looks really cool. And I positioned everything kind of on top of it. So I think it looks pretty cool. But yeah, the areas in here. So if we go in here, oops. Let's see. Yeah, if we go here, you can see this is where the ice would form if I break this. But if you look up, there's stuff there. So there's no access to the sky. So that does stink, but it still looks really cool, I think. So I have my ice in there. Right, and then I have 4 chambers. So the iron golems fall down, okay, to here. And then they can go into one of 4 chambers. And that has 4 different storage complete storage units with it, or storage areas with it. So there's a lot. So if we look down here, 9, 14, 12. But then also the top ones get it because it's so close to 11. Okay, that one doesn't. But there should be a decent amount of iron. 4, 3. There's always like one. Whenever I build these farms, there's always one that has like a master, like the master collection. 3. I bet you there's going to be one that has a lot. There's always one. 11, 6. See, this one 21. This one might be it. This one has a lot. 9, 5, 14. No. Here we go. 25, 4, 6. This is going to be the one. This is going to be the one. 18, 3, 4. Maybe not. Maybe not. Actually, looks like it's a pretty good mix. So yeah, so this is my base. So if we come over here, let's take a nice look at it. I really like it. I really, really like it. I've never really built up into the sky. I mean, you guys have seen my other full series, 100 and however many episodes. And I've built some big things that go up, but they were like, you know, one structure going up. This is multiple things on top of itself. So it's pretty cool. And also, I still have to work on the ground a lot. But if you look over here, you'll see that I added a few more to the top. And then look what I'm doing to the mountain. You guys know I like these kind of man-made rounded mountains. I like everything symmetrical. So I know obviously it doesn't look like real mountains, and it's not supposed to. It's supposed to look like man came in and kind of built it up. Don't forget the world itself is supposed to be like devastated by man. So all of this greenery right here on the top is going to be all of this. And then this kind of looks like a volcano. So I think I might turn it into a volcano. I might hollow this out a bit, have some volcano, like have some like lava kind of flow through a little bit. What I could do actually is, I mean, this isn't going to stay for now, obviously, because it's a creative copy. But if I go like this, right, you see how there's like that space behind? So if we take some lava, put it there, put that on top, you can kind of see that piercing through a bit. So I might do that in spots, just so when you kind of look up, oh, it may not work looking up, but still, I'll be able to tell. Like if you're looking off here, yeah, that'll look cool. So if you're looking from up here on the edge, you can kind of look down, whoops, and you'll be able to see like some lava pouring through. And I might actually do something where the lava like drips down a bit. I might do that as well. So we'll see. Still stuff to play around with, but I think it looks really cool. And I'm actually extending the mountain out a lot. Extending the mountain out so much. So you see how like there's this down here? That will be gone. That will be all covered up. Because what's going to happen is I'm going to have to do this. I'm going to go all the way up with it until it comes down. So all of that's going to be filled in. I already lit up a lot of that cave, so I can cover that up. So yeah, this mountain itself is going to be very, very large, and I'm pretty happy with how it's coming out. And then once I do the mountain, and I do kind of all the groundwork around it over here, then we can kind of move on. Because obviously, what I want to do is make another, I don't know, sections. I guess somewhere over here. Somewhere kind of close, and have like a little bridge, a little walkway to it, just so everything is kind of interconnected in some way. But I do want to maintain similar features. I might even do those bases again, but just have the top be a little different. So we'll see. We'll see how that works out. But remember, everything's supposed to be elevated. So what I don't want are these mountains to be too high. So I might cut it off like at this level right here, just like right there. So we'll see. I don't want the mountains to be too high. And I also want to try to avoid building like over mountains. So if I don't build right here, I kind of might build, yeah, I might build right in this area right here. Again, just to avoid the mountains, have the mountains be their own separate things, and then figure out what to put on top, if anything. All right, we'll see. If you guys have any ideas, let me know. Any suggestions, but I'm really happy with this first area here. I really like the way everything is symmetrical, yet it's all different still. Because like these are not perfectly symmetrical, obviously. You know, and if you look up top, I got some really cool patterns out of it because of that. Okay, so like I said, the only excuse me, the only thing I have to do here are the tree farms. One there, and one there. I still have a lot more resources to collect, so I'm constantly going underground. That's the one thing I have to worry about is because down here I have a really nice kind of mine system built, and everything I have planned to do, this is going to be covered. So I'm going to have to find a way, probably like this right here. You guys remember, this is how we get down to the spider farm. Right? So this is the spider farm right here. So I'm probably going to have to build something to that effect, just so it kind of flows together, but I can still cover this up like I want to. And then obviously I need something for this. I need a pumpkin and melon farm desperately. So I might do this area last. I might just do everything around it and then come back in and do that. We'll see. Oh, something happened to all my... Oh, wow, I didn't even realize this. Something came in here. Look, trampled everything. Huh, that stinks. Was it you? Did you do it? Answer me! Don't you look away when I'm talking to you. Anyway, yeah, let me know what you think. Random pumpkin. Let me know what you think. I worked really, really hard on it. This is something that I haven't been recording because I've been doing so much stuff, but I really haven't been in the mood to record Minecraft. I just been playing it, either listening to music or watching Netflix kind of off to the side, or listening to Netflix as I build. And I thought I would share this with you as an update video. But this is a labor of love. This took, I think it's been like almost 3 weeks since my last video, or it might even be 3 weeks. So this has been during that time. All right. So anyway, guys, that's going to do it for me. Until next time, Captain Obvious out. Peace.